Greetings, Internet. My name is Chris, and this is Noam the Duellist Part 5. I am fighting Clerod in this clip, and next two. You should probably know who Clerod is if you play on the North American Mega server, at least if you PvP there, because he's one of the very prominent EP players. Currently, he's been the reigning Emperor of Hatteras for at least 3 days, I think. Yeah, something like that. He's a pretty good Dragon Knight, I'd say. He's not as good as his friend Vortexman, but I don't think many people are as good as Vortexman. Something you'll notice a lot is that he petrifies me a whole bunch, and he tries to shield charge and talon me quite a lot. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but shield charge and talons has this kind of weird glitch with it. Some would call it a possible exploit, if you know how to do it, where if you combo them with each other, that means knocking someone down with a shield charge and then talons them while they're on the ground. That will sometimes result in a permanent stun that you cannot break free from, that you'll have to wait through. You won't see it in this clip because I get killed by that meteor, but in the next one you'll see him trying to execute this weird glitch knockdown, crowd control, whatever, quite a few times. I think it's very cheap. You'll see a lot of shield using Dragon Knights using this setup, where you shield charge and use talons, because it is effective, since it essentially forces you to wait through the entire duration of a knockdown, essentially, which is I think about 5 or 6 seconds. It's kind of cheap to use it, I'd say. At least that's why I'm not using it myself. But yeah, you can see I'm getting him down quite a fair bit. He doesn't have that much health. He has 17k if mice are working here. I think it's 17. It's a very small number on this screen here. You see almost dead, getting down to 2k, 1k, stuff like that. And I keep doing it consistently, but this is a fight he wins also. I think this is the time he starts doing the shield charge thingy. I'm pretty sure this was the guy using it. He's usually a pretty nice guy, though. It's just kind of cheesy of him to use it. You see, there it is, talons. That one I got up from immediately. He's gonna try and do it again, and I think he does it one more time. Yep, that one I cannot get up from. Yep, and I'm completely dead there. Like, you can't break free from it or anything. It's really cheap. Here I'm fighting Vortexman. He's using the same kind of setup, but he's just a lot better at it, I think. Well, it's almost the same. It's a little bit different. A Vortexman is like the ultimate Dragon Knight damage tank. He's a very good player. I remember a time way back when he was Emperor, and where we needed, I think, 30 or 40 people to kill him. It was quite insane. You can see I'm not getting him as low as I was getting Clerod. But you can also see I'm completely out of resources now. And dead. This is one thing, like, I don't use this setup anymore, this dot build here. I still have the means to use it, but I don't, because I swapped it out with the Dreadnought setup that I came up with a while back. And this, as you can see, obviously has its cons, this setup here. It's high burst, but you run out of resources extremely fast, as you can tell, and also like holding block with a staff is not optimal, which is what I was doing back here. I actually went back and checked the information on these clips here that I'm using right now, and they're about 2 months old. They're back from the 1st of July. Okay, there goes a death. Here's a short cutout. Well, not a cutout. Interlude, I think you call them. You can see this is one of the clips I was talking about. This is Araxleon messing around with Nightblade form. This clip here is really interesting. He goes stealth and hits me from stealth. Yeah, I'm not sure what else I can say. It's just funny. He was showing me a bunch of stuff with Nightblades, and he's actually one of the reasons why I've turned my Nightblade tank into a Magicka Nightblade for PvP. I actually just did that yesterday, and I've had a lot of fun with it already. Okay, here's a proper duel with him, just to show off the magnificence that is Araxleon. Before this duel here, he said, "I'm gonna duel you like I would fight someone in open world, just to annoy." You see here, he has 2 things to shield himself. He has Healing Ward and he has Annulment, I believe. And his damage is pretty good, not gonna lie. He just hit me for 5k there. Another almost 5k. Blocked 4k. And he ends it with a 12k execute. Here I'm fighting a guy, I believe this guy was in a previous video, Nser. I've dueled him quite a lot, him and his brother. His brother has a similar name. I think it's Nser and... yeah, I don't remember the other one. But you can see this guy, it's funny how you'll find people that are similar to each other. You see he's using a very similar setup to the one of Vortexman. But he's just not executing it as well. One thing I was noticing while watching these back is that he uses talents, but he uses them incorrectly. The way you would use talents is how I just used them. You put them on a target and walk behind them, because the talents force you to face one direction. You can't turn around when you're talenced or rooted in any similar way. You can see he's actually not hitting me that hard. He's probably sacrificed like resource management over damage. But also you can see I have quite a lot of health. I think I have 33k or something, 31 thereabouts. So my survivability comes from having a lot of health and not necessarily having a lot of armor or spell resistance. This guy here, this is the first fight with him. You'll think, oh, it's a stamina Sork. Oh, that's kind of annoying because he has Ball of Lightning and he dodge rolls a lot, which is 2 extremely annoying ways to escape damage. Even more so considering I am ranged, because he'll toss down a Ball of Lightning and fucking all my single target attacks will just home right in on that stupid ball. But just wait, after this fight it gets even worse. Somehow this guy manages to, I don't know, like completely disorient me. I've never had that kind of fight before. Okay, it'll be this one here. Like, I think after this fight here I had to like take a few minutes because, like, Jesus Christ, it was just like making me really fucking dizzy and kind of nauseous. and it probably will too with all the camera movements I have to make, because he keeps running behind me, so I have to turn my camera around, but he keeps doing it over and over, and it's really fucking disorienting. See a really nice meteor block there for me. I'm not sure how I blocked it without getting knocked down. Like, I'm not sure that's even possible. I don't know if you can block a meteor's knockdown. Maybe you can. But you can see he keeps doing it. There was actually a fight just before this one that I didn't include where he was doing the same thing and won. But for some reason it had like weird frame drops every single time I turned my camera around, so I didn't want to have you sit through that. But after this duel with him, I'm like, yeah, no more, please. You're making me really, really dizzy. And it's not a fun fight. I mean, fights like these are really boring to me. Or not boring, but like uninteresting. Because the way he's fighting is annoying. Like, at the end, you can't hear my voice in the clip. But at the end I'm like, please just fucking kill me or something, because I don't want to sit through this anymore. It was not a fun fight. Because it's just like, every time I'm trying to hit him, he'll dodge roll or use ball lightning. And it's just extremely annoying and disorienting. Just watching it back kind of makes me sick to my stomach. Because it's just all the camera turns. See, at this point here, I'm almost just giving up. I'm like, okay, just kill me already. But then a meteor strikes. There we go. Here I'm fighting a person called Ouroboros. It's not someone I've dueled before, I don't think, at this point. But it's I think it's just your standard stamina Nightblade build. And I think this setup here, because I have so much health, he can't burst me down really quickly, which means his combos, his rotations aren't working so well against me. And that just gives me a lot of time to burn him down. Here I'm fighting Benzyboyyi. The last 3 fights will be against this guy. Benzyboyyi is, I think, one of the best players in ESO, I would like to say, when it comes to PvP. And you'll see why in the next duel. So this first one here, I think he's kind of doing like his normal rotation, his startup rotation, dodge rolls, charges, you know, all that stuff. He's a Dragon Knight, by the way, stamina Dragon Knight. But now he's like, okay, so I lost that one fight. And watch this. Petrify? He's using knife toss, whatever it's called. Okay. That's not all. We're not done with the surprises yet. He's dodge rolling away from me because he knows I need to get in close. Kills me with a jump. Okay. This is a second fight after I've beaten him. It's also the very last clip. You'll see here in a second. I get some dots on him. Purge. He's completely figured out my build after fighting me once, which is really funny. You'll see here I pop my ultimate, my magma shell, and he starts running away because he knows this is the thing that makes him dangerous when he pops that thing. And then he probably counts in his head, gets in close, burns me down, and kills me. So there you go. Thanks for watching.